We watched as the three Norns wove the fates of men. We watched them decide which would be great and which would be discarded.
Fated, the Silent Oath wraps players up in the mythical world of the Vikings, telling a tale of what an everyday father would go through to save his family. The game doesn't offer you loads of gameplay. It's probably best seen as a movie-style narrative adventure game. However, with the excellent visuals and compelling story of sacrifice and courage, Fated, the Silent Oath looks to be an adventure worth taking. Fated, the Silent Oath comes to PSVR on the 28th of March.
She will live.
The band of epic heroes had completed many quests for their king. They were legends.
After a group of heroes have given nothing but blood, sweat and tears to serve their king, what better errand to give them than to babysit a couple of princesses on their walk to school? Has-Been Heroes looks to run with this story and offers some hilarious narrative throughout the roguelike adventure. You must be warned, this game is seriously tough, and as with all true roguelikes, death means only one thing: start all over again. Has-Been Heroes is coming to PS4, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch on the 28th of March. A second PSVR game releasing this week is Korix, a real-time strategy defense game. After your homeworld is destroyed, you must fight off waves of enemies in this RTS tower defense hybrid. With all gameplay playing out in real time, Korix looks to create some pretty tense moments with you as commander. The game features a 3 to 5 hour campaign, skirmish matches and online multiplayer, and will be coming to PSVR on the 28th of March.
Hello out there, we're on the air, it's hockey night tonight. Tension goes, the whistle blows, and the puck goes down the ice.
Old Time Hockey is an ice hockey game that literally throws the rulebook out the window. Playing in arcade-style 5v5 matches, you must punish your opponent not only on the scoreboard, but also with a flurry of fists, elbows, hockey sticks and body checks, all in the hope that they'll concede the game due to your onslaught of aggression. Old Time Hockey takes you back to a time when hockey games had as many beat-em-up elements as they did sports simulation elements. Old Time Hockey is coming to PS4 on the 28th of March. Rainworld is a 16-bit era-inspired survival platformer that has you playing as a slug cat. Yep, we said a slug cat. After this poor slug cat is separated from their family by a devastating flood, they must survive on their own. As you play through the intense adventure, you'll need to sneak past vicious hungry predators, unite with mysterious creatures and explore ancient civilizations, all in the hope to be reunited with Slugcat's family. You can join Slugcat on their quest to survive when Rainworld hits PS4 on the 28th of March. Sticking with the 2D platformers, up next is SkyKeepers from indie developers Sword Twin Studios. SkyKeepers follows the story of Tanji, a village chief who is fighting to reclaim his world. A unique element to SkyKeepers combat is the ability to hurl your enemies into the air, then teleport to them to finish them off with an onslaught of visceral mid-air attacks. SkyKeepers is coming to PS4 and Xbox One on the 28th of March.
Get better knowing how bad things really are. The suit keeps out what you need to be afraid of. Only the fear is trapped in there with you, and it's thriving.
Narcosis is an immersive and claustrophobic survival horror that puts you at the sunless depths of the ocean. Playing as an industrial diver who has been stranded at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, you must do all you can to not only survive, but try to reach the surface. With oxygen running low, there's no time to relax. What makes it even worse is that by creating stressful situations, you'll consume even more oxygen. As you can guess, the loss of oxygen isn't the only thing to be worried about that deep down in the ocean. Narcosis comes to Xbox One on the 28th of March.
No way.
Snake Pass is a unique 3D platformer that has you controlling a snake called Noodle for a variety of levels. Although the game oozes a rich nostalgia of N64 era artwork, don't be fooled by its cartoonish presentation. Noodle controls exactly how you'd expect a Snake to, bringing a puzzle element to all the levels platforming. Another unique element to Snake Pass is the fact that there are no enemies throughout the 15 levels. The only way to die is by falling off the map. But don't worry too much about this, because if you're quick enough, you can call upon your trusty hummingbird sidekick Doodle for a quick pick-me-up. Snake Pass is coming to PS4, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch on the 29th of March.
Nevertheless, I'd like to introduce you to the Inner World. Join Robert, the extremely cuddly main character, and set out on an epic journey exploring a world which couldn't be more round.
The Inner World is a 2D point-and-click adventure. You play as a young musician, Robert, who has been caught up in an investigation into the disappearance of his hometown's wind and air. Teaming up with a thief called Laura, Robert must now use the guidance of the wind gods to find the missing wind. With hilarious dialogue, tricky puzzles, hand-drawn artwork and uniquely bonkers story, The Inner World looks to have all the great elements of a classic 2D point-and-click adventure. The Inner World is coming to PS4 and Xbox One on the 31st of March. That wraps up another week of indie games coming to your PS4s, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. To keep up to date with more indie games coming to your consoles and any reviews of the latest games, please check out WookieWoodyGaming.com.